Hello everyone, welcome to our group presentation. We are glad to have the opportunity to make this presentation. Today we are as advisor to the New Zealand Minister of Finance. We are going to discuss whether New Zealand implement compulsory superannuation scheme is established to provide retirement benefit and the law requires employees to pay a certain proportion of the fund regularly. Our opinion argues for this scheme is a national public pension scheme designed to provide a reasonable standard of living for all New Zealanders over the age of 65. According to the living arrangement and the relationship status, it is paid every fortnight at a weekly rate. The payment level of the NZ Super is determined annually by the government. These rates are reviewed and adjusted to consider any increase in the cost of living, inflation, and the average wages. Next, we will explain in more detail why we argue for this scheme.
Australia, Canada, and Singapore have compulsory superannuation schemes, whereas the Netherlands has voluntary ones. In Australia, both part-time and full-time payments are required, and the present law sets the payment ratio at 9.5% of the annual earnings. At age 60, candidates are eligible for a monthly pension, depending on their overall contributions to the plan. In Singapore, the composition of compulsory personal savings account-style pension plan consists of government-mandated personal savings, where there is a voluntary superannuation scheme in the Netherlands. Over 90% of firms offer occupational pension plans, which external pension providers often administer. Like other countries, New Zealand has KiwiSaver, a superannuation savings account. However, KiwiSaver is a voluntary and not required. The compulsory pension would be preferable, and the following will explain why it would be preferable.
From the above information, in other countries, New Zealand also have KiwiSaver used for saving assets. It's a voluntary that not controlled by government. It's run by different fixed financial companies. The different portfolio that people can use to run, I think possibly would be suitable more. It has a extensive population coverage, including regular employees and also part-time. What's more, life as security. Some people may not save money and not have enough money to support life after retirement. Proper savings keep liquidity in the old if happen future illness and hospitalization. The general compulsory has some issues. It depends on the fund portfolio returns and their high risk by individuals. The government can follow the Singapore and make a unified investment to maintain its value. Taxation is a problem. KiwiSaver don't need to pay, but some other countries need. Avoid the mid class to undertake. The plans may reduce tax rate, and that's what people would like to see.
If New Zealand follows the example of Singapore to implement a saving account-style pension plan for unified investment preservation, the return of the portfolio is calculated by adding the future value for asset A and asset B. And for each future value, it is calculated by the product of the total initial value, the weight of the asset, and the return of the assets plus 1. Assuming that 50% are invested in New Zealand government equity and the initial value is $10 million, then the future value will be 10 million times 50% times 1 plus 13%, which is the new return on New Zealand government equities, and the total value will be 5.65 million. Same calculation for the rest 50%, and 2% of the fund is used for retirees every year. In conclusion, we suggest that New Zealand gradually implements a mandatory pension plan following the example of Singapore. Unified investment can help people feel more at ease to pay this pension. That's all for our presentation. Thank you for your listening.